Watching some New Jersey Devils hockey at the Rock. And we're underway. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday. Siegenthaler hits the red line, sends it down. And last we saw Siegenthaler, he was pounding on Lucas Raymond of the Detroit Red Wings. St. Louis Blues, Buchnevich can't get around Siegenthaler, bouncing puck to the blue line. It's held in by Jordan Kyrou. Cut off by Hamilton. Hamilton to Bratt. Bratt can't escape thanks to Buchnevich, but he finds Hamilton, who brings it into the Devils zone for their first opportunity offensively. Sharp angle shot, stick to side, rebound, and a save. It's loose. Meyer overskated off the original shot by the captain, Nico Hischier.
From the Hischier line, that's what you want. You want the lines to roll and put pressure on. There's the opportunity after the Hamilton shot on net by Nico Hischier. Rebound comes right out to him. Puck sits there in the blue paint, and Timo Meyer tries to, oh my, look at that save. What a great overhead angle.
Meyer, Bratt in the corner as the Devils off to a good start, Kenny.
Yeah, Binnington didn't know where that puck was. Looked like it might have been behind him, but stays out.
Mercer, quick shot. Binnington makes the save.
40 minutes that Detroit game, they were defending a lot.
Puck bounced off of Fowler's stick, otherwise he might have had a shot on goal. Joseph back up top, shot gets deflected between the circles. Centering pass to Fowler, blasts one and scores from the near circle. Cam Fowler. And the Blues get off to a good start. They're up 1-0.
In the first 2.5 minutes, and the results is what they wanted from a pretty sharp angle, but he wires this. There's a little traffic in front. You see White maybe crossing over here, kind of gets in the sight lines.
And Mayu, the assists on the Fowler goal.
That's Mayu's first point of the season. He's minus 14 in 10 games.
Mercer centering pass, and the shot goes wide by Lemico.
Here's a turnover created. They get it out.
Mayu forced back because of Palapala that steals it away. Looking for Mercer, but the stick gets in the way on the pass from Dvorsky. Centering pass goes out to Gritzel, and a big save by Binnington.
Glass to Palat, good chance there. Another one right through the seam, looking for Dawson Mercer. Dvorsky does a good job for the Blues.
Lemico settles it down and finds Nemitz. Nemitz drops it off for Glendening. To Nason with a shot. Save, rebound was juicy in the slot, but the Blues able to clear to the near boards.
Well, you gotta love the Devils' process right now. They just can't buy a goal.
As both teams go up and down. And
here comes the captain. Sets up Meyer with a blast and a save by Binnington. Taken away by Bratt. Can't find Nico. Gets it back. Climbs the wall back to the point. Hamilton. He shovels a shot. Knocked right onto the stick of Timo Meyer, who scores! Timo Meyer evens the game up at
1. This one pays dividends. Let's take a look at our $1 million replay. Brought to you by the New Jersey Lottery. Remember, anything can happen in Jersey, and Bratt gets it back to Hamilton. He just flicks that puck quickly toward the net, and Cairns bounces off a body of the St. Louis Blue defenseman right to Timo Meyer.
Hischier forced to play it off the wall, trying to shake loose of Tucker. Tucker grabs it, and he heaves it all the way down. This power play brought to you by RWJ Barnabas Health, the official healthcare provider. Holloway some room, rips a shot off the glove of Markstrom. Britzuk first to get there, can't clear. Blues keep. Broberg finds Falk. Falk some room, drives towards the net, and a save by Markstrom. Rebound, another save by Markstrom. Goes to Thomas. His centering pass goes off a stick. Buchnevich kicks it back to Thomas. Up top for Fowler. Fowler. Thomas. Thomas at the circle. Thomas waits. Fires a shot and scores. With just 11 seconds to go on the power play. And the Blues retake the lead. It's 2-1.
Well, this is a little too much room for a guy like Thomas. I think you got to pressure him. Creep to the middle off the half wall. Fowler does a good job walking the line, and watch up here. Want to see somebody come up a little more there because he can rip it, and he makes the Devils pay here. So a little disjointed there on that PK. You got to press him a little bit more.
Meyer off the post. He gets his own rebound, puts it back behind the net.
Almost
That's two
answered.
posts already, Kenny.
Yeah, almost answered right away. Just keep going if you're the Devils.
And almost got rewarded there, but again, you just got to keep things simple. Don't change, again, their process. I like what we've seen so far.
Cotter shot, save, rebound, Nason behind the net, tries to stuff it far side, centering pass, Cotter save, rebound, kicks wide. Devils. Siegenthaler outlets it back out. Nason helps it along, bouncing puck. Here's Timo with an opportunity and a save, and the rebound goes wide, and out of the zone, the Blues come with Shen.
Outplaying your opponent, you find yourself down. The key is how do you respond? How do you react? Don't get frustrated. Stay with what you're doing and don't start cheating a little bit or whatever it may be and give up too many opportunities.
Siegenthaler intercepted by Neighbors. Neighbors centering pass doesn't connect quite with Thomas, but finds Folk with a shot and a save by Markstrom. So
the game was over. A little forearm shiver, I think, on Lucas Raymond, if I'm not mistaken. I'd like to see that part from him as well.
Sharp angle shot.
Like Anchorman, whatever you put on the screen, you're going to read, right?
Well, you're not supposed to.
No.
White, Brown, saved by Bennington. So Palat forces it back behind the net. But it's Joseph that gets there first. Walker chops at it. Sundqvist has got a possibility of a break. Devils trying to get back. Sundqvist backhand, saved by Markstrom.
Let's take a look at this replay brought to you by your local Tri-State Buick dealers, and it's Sundqvist picks up a bouncing puck that Dougie Hamilton can't control. He comes across, maybe a little over aggressive, and you got to be careful there. But Sundqvist walks in, and
look at our Cindy Gritsuk right here, Dan.
Gritsuk, yeah, comes back helping Hamilton out.
Timo Meier, the goal scorer. Nico, Meier, Hughes, Brad. Brad drives towards the net, centers to Hughes, out to Meier with a shot, save, rebound, they score! The captain, Nico Hischier, puts in the rebound, and we are tied at 2.
I'm going to tell you, Coach Keefe, when this power play started, showed some frustration on some personnel, but this time it was still everything to the perimeter. They couldn't quite penetrate the front of the net, a few block shots, and they stayed patient. And it starts with a nice pass there from Luke Hughes to Timo Meier for the one-time blast. Good save there by Binnington, but look at the captain. Calm, cool, and collected in front and gets the rebound off the...
Well, Dano, what'd you say? The game's been a push. First period, Jordan Binnington was the best player. Second period, Jacob Markstrom was the best player, and you got an even game.
You do. I think the Devils might have had a little better to play, but the second, you're right, Bryce. St. Louis came on.
The one in Philly in 2012 in overtime, empty netter was considered a shorthanded goal. So maybe if we got to include postseason.
Yes, we don't include postseason. Big save, Snuggerud with 2 shots, and Markstrom strong.
Hesitation, fake shot to move to the middle by Kyrou. There's one good stop there. I think that one.
And the Devils will have it back into their own end with 5. And Nemac is just going to settle it down. And both teams are going to get a point. And for the 5th time in the last 6 home games.
Seeing if they can squeeze a point, which they did. And I like the Devils' chances here getting the extra one.
Hischier, Mercer, Hughes. Big possession for the Devils. Bratt between the circles. Bratt between the legs. Gets it back.
He is so good.
Looking for an angle. Hamilton shot off the glove of Binnington and wide.
Well, St. Louis got their change.
They got lucky on that one.
Nemac still out there for the Devils. He's got a head of steam. Brings it in. Nemac waits for his mates. Here's Hischier back behind the net. Goes through Thomas. Gets it back out to Nemac and scores!
Presented by your local Ford dealers, and the Devils had a lot of puck possession, probably the last 2.5 minutes of this overtime, and eventually they wear the Blues down. Nico Hischier goes behind the net, looks like he almost loses it here, but he stays with it. Thomas gets on the wrong side of him, and he finds Nemac coming down on the left side. He opens up, he's a right-handed shooter, no chance for Binnington. And the Devils win it. What a game. And the captain again had a big game. That is your Built Ford Tough Play of the game. It's a huge one. Nemac in overtime.
9-0-1 on home ice. First time in franchise history.